Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Stellaris Distant Stars and our Dynastic Divinity series. We had a fantastic poll over on the community tab a little while ago. Over 500 of you chipped in on what you wanted to see happen with the future of this series. And the reason is that, as I was talking about in the last episode and the one before that, by the way, if you're watching this live, you might have seen my note in the community tab today talking about this episode being late. Sorry about that, but obviously this is a long episode. I wanted to make sure that I, put a good amount of time into it. And I wasn't able to get to it as soon as I would have liked, so sorry it's running behind. But in the previous episodes, I had been feeling kind of meh about how the series was, going in terms of, having a victory of some kind, because I felt like the climactic endgame that we normally would see at this point in the series just wasn't triggering no matter what I did, and I'm not sure why. And I haven't been trying to avoid doing anything else while going for the end game. A few people suggested that much, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I definitely have been trying to, move on the Krathakan, and I've also been talking about trying to become a member of this federation. The trouble is they're at war, so I can't really negotiate more with them right now until that conflict ends. And then the whole thing about the Oginalak's destroyers here, I could take them over if I wanted to, but I don't want to get involved in that border gore mess, really. I mean, I could take these systems, perhaps, and have a little bit more territory, but there's really not much reason to. So I'm not trying to focus solely on the endgame. It's just that's been the most exciting possibility that's been on the horizon for a little while. But we did talk about what we wanted to see happen with the series, and I was wondering whether or not to mercy kill it after this episode and just be like, this is going to be the finale, and let's just be happy that things went as well as they did, because this has been a very, very unusually uneventful run. And also, as I mentioned, we haven't seen any of my empires in the game, which I was really hoping would happen given the past series we've done on the channel featuring those empires. Or we could let the series keep going after the series returns. We're going to start some Surviving Mars content tomorrow. It's been a while since I've played, but maybe we'll the thought was maybe we'll jump back into it after that. And that's what you guys were kind of overwhelmingly in favor of, just continuing the series until we have some kind of satisfying resolution. So I am going to unpause, and we're going to go to speed 3, and we're going to start moving through some of the time that we need to pass before we can redeclare on the Krathakan Interstellar Imperium. And the thing about the Krathakan is, someone asked me if I was going to vassalize them. Of course I am. Once I've finished conquering all of their territory, I haven't had the option of vassalizing them the more traditional way, or forcing a vassalization through a war, so I'm going to conquer them outright, then make a sector and release the sector as a vassal. That's how it's going to happen. And who knows, we might get some additional vassals along the way, but for now we are just going to finish repairing. Speaking of which, let me jump into the ship designer really quick and make sure that all this got resolved for the best, because somebody had mentioned power difficulties, and I'm not necessarily seeing that. I feel like, all right, so this is my torpedo boat, and it has enough power, so that's good. Sensors? No. I mean, I don't have level 5 sensors yet, but that's because I didn't get them. Level 5 sensors would be having the sensors of the fallen empires and such. I think, maybe. All right, so yeah, point defense is all good. No, energy on ships looks fine. Not sure. Let's make absolutely positive. Yeah, energy on ships is more than fine. We are good. And then, of course, I've got my armor set up on various defense platforms and on the ion cannon, so we are golden on that. So we're going to let some time pass.
Our ships have
we are, of course, finishing our research on another core sector system, so that will improve our economy as soon as that's finished. And we have how much longer until you're done?
Our ships have been improved.
Interesting. So this is waiting for an upgrade. Why is it waiting for an upgrade? Oh, because Gadlar's there too.
Our ships have been improved.
There we go.
Our ships
nice.
have been improved.
Good little attack power jump there. So our ships keep getting more and more.
Hello. Are fighting amongst themselves.
The Omni Network has declared war on our ally, the Grotnaporn Interplanetary Combine. So I'm guessing there has just been a machine uprising in the... Was it? Oh, yeah, there has been. The Grotnaporns just had their own machine uprising. Maybe this is the end game that's happening. Maybe the contingency is going to show up. Great. All right, so we gained some influence here, which is quite handy. Excellent. Oh, you're terrifying. All right, we are the Omni Network. Do not be alarmed by our non-organic nature. Like you, we are a fully sapient Class 3 civilization. We are willing to engage in diplomacy with any Oranathi subunits you designate for this purpose. Soulless constructs do not stand in our way. Okay, so they... Does that mean we are automatically at war with them, or are we in a defensive ally with them? That's what it was. That's why we got the notification. So we are embroiled in a civil... Or they're embroiled in a civil war, pitting the organic, grot-imploring government against the intelligence that metastasized in their systems known as the Omni Network. Let's see how this plays out. So we could help them annihilate it. We totally could. I mean, their ships are not that strong. We could send in just Task Force Bosca alone, or Task Force Marasma for that matter. But Bosca's... Actually, Gadlar is the strongest, for whatever reason. Might just be due to experience. And where are you stationed? Genesis Station? I'm going to send Gadlar in, and they can help wipe the floor with this machine uprising. This will be fun. Alright, so let's head to Naos. Give us something to do this episode while we wait for the Krathakan peace to wear off. Nice that we had a machine uprising in our neighbor right as we were talking about, you know, doing a finale in an uneventful 21 to 40 episode run. It's been plenty eventful in some ways, just no major endgame shenanigans to speak of. Alright, so that fleet is on the way. What's this? Alright, some rivalry declarations, not surprising. Yeah, they're taking over quickly. And they are... Hang on. They're machine intelligence. I don't know... I don't think that they're driven assimilators. Alright, so we've got some transport... Hang on. Where are those transport fleets? They're still up there. I want you to follow Marasma, just for safety's sake. Okay, so they're all merging. Very good. These are our newest transports. So I want you to follow Task Force Marasma. Obviously, we have jump gates set up throughout our territory, so movement's happening fairly frequently. Or fairly rapidly, I should say. Wrong adverb. Core sector systems +1. So our economy just improved slightly now that we no longer have that that issue there. It's not 16-15 anymore. It's 16-16. So now... I mean, I like either of these. Army Health +10 is probably the next best thing to do. Leader Capacity +1 could also be good. Let's go ahead and do Army Health. And then for Engineering... Let's do Strike Craft damage. Let me also make sure that I have deals going with everyone that I can have deals with. Yep, I do. We want to check with the Mudagon as well. Let's check with the Riggin. Good. Let's check with Zuracorp. Good. Oh wow, the Mirov Compact was just given on, or the Omni Network was just given association status by the Mirov Compact. Isn't that our federation? Okay, it's not our federation. We're associates of it as well. So that's really interesting that happened. Also, kind of want to eliminate those pirates. Task Force Marasma, for whatever reason, you
Our
need an
ships
upgrade.
have been improved.
Joram Den Vathrag has passed away. Let's see if we can recruit better scientists for him. Ooh, leader experience gain. Modrig Den Subir. Alright, so you are helping out at the Vale. Keep assisting research, that'll be just fine. We could technically produce more scientists and have more science ships supporting research if I really wanted to get ahead of the game research-wise, but I think we already are quite handily ahead of the game given all the things that have happened. Task Force Gadlar is in position in Naos. So these guys have taken some additional territory. We're going to hit Kador and the Nietz. Oh, hello. That's a rather large fleet you have there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to it. Let's see if we can nab it. That is literally an order of magnitude weaker than the fleet I have going to intercept it. So this will be fun.
Heretic fleet
Oh, they jumped me. That was incredibly stupid. Yeah, that was even dumber. That was the next dumbest move you could have possibly made. I didn't even lose any ships.
Heretic station engaged.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so this new this new nation is not going to last particularly long with me pushing back against them. We'll make sure the machines don't get particularly strong. This will also help weaken the contingency if they show back up later. Alright, now let's head to Oaprinda. The hegemony of Durandar was given association status. Everybody's associating with my federation. Again, it's just been a super friendly, like weirdly friendly run. Everybody's way too nice. Not even sure what to make of it anymore. But it is what it is. Alright, Oaprinda has been reclaimed. Ophioglia! Haven't seen this system in a while. Okay, we're gonna have to take out a couple of systems here, and I'm not sure where this... It looks like this fleet might be going down to Oaprinda. They might jump at the same time we're jumping, so we might play a little bit of tag with them. Oh, unpause. Oh, there we go. Combat. Who died? Valdrig den Badir. Ooh, Kix the Brilliant. You actually need to take over there for that project. You lead that research, please. That's a perfect match. And then do we have a physics researcher? No, we don't. But we can get Berm den Badir to take over. Or, hang on. No. Berm den Badir is going to be... Name's starting to crack me up a little bit. That's going to be the best option. So we'll hire that scientist. And then keep going. Alright, so much for that fleet. Let's pay a visit to their capital system. We're of course not capturing these worlds. We'll leave that to our allies. But once we fully wipe out their fleets and such, we'll be in good shape. Gadlar is thoroughly handling them on their own. Or on, yeah. All by its lonesome, as they say. Alright, now that system has been taken, but it's still... I'm guessing there's there's a planet that belongs to the Grotnaploran in that system. So we need to do... I may actually... We'll see how this goes. No, actually, if the planet belongs to the Grotnaploran, I can move. There we go. Governor Jorobdin Baknar has developed new skills. Good. In which you're governing the Rimok sector. Okay. That's fine by me. We may have room for another fleet before long. Faction founded the Ornathi Ascendancy Vanguard. They seek to assert the primacy of the Ornathi species by curtailing the rights of aliens if necessary. Oh joy. Xenophobic faction. Alright, so we're moving to Camglaria and then to Canopus, of course. Yeah, all of these combats are happening nearly instantaneously. It's a beautiful thing. There we go.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Applied superconductivity, excuse me. So we have 5% more energy credits as a result of that research. The focused arc emitter. Yeah, see, here's the thing about the arc emitter. Someone asked me, like, what's going on with this thing? In my experience, I mean, the damage that this thing does is a complete die roll. I mean, look at the damage. It's 1 to 1700 for every hit. You never know. So, I mean, a critical is nice. It's really powerful to have, and maybe we'll add it on to a ship, you know, just for fun. But the reason I haven't done it to this point is, you know, it's not as reliable as other weapon types. Then again, my whole reason for thinking that way is mainly based on advice that I received from a commenter like a year and a half, 2 years ago while doing Roma Galactica. So, you know, it's always worth, you know, reconsidering whether or not I want to take a different approach myself. But that's generally my take on it. And I'm not just parroting what he said either. I agreed at the time. But, you know, maybe it's worth revisiting at some point. But that's why I haven't gone to that focused arc emitter. as of yet. Let's go ahead and reduce building cost a little bit more. Oh, alright, so you guys are done with your current orders. We need to fix that. Let's send you in here. The Omni Network still controls those systems in terms of territory, but we have control of... Interesting. Not sure what's going on with these malignant units. Could just be pirates. That might be what it is. Malignant units. Yeah, those are robot pirates. That's what they are. Never mind. I know what's going on. I kind of know how things work. Okay, research agreement. So I did have at least one research agreement going with the Theclac nation. Let's see. Did I give... Don't see anything about a research agreement there. Alright, when can we declare war? In less than 7 years. We're getting there. But we might also have endgame around that time, if it's going to happen. It should happen at some point this episode. Which will be exciting for coming back to the series, because we'll have a lot to look forward to. Hopefully. But we'll just have to see how it plays out. Alright, so we've pretty much entirely beaten this this upstart faction here. Oh, hang on. There's one more little group here that I'm going to need to pay a visit to. And that's totally doable. It's going to take some jumping around, though. They're way up here. But otherwise... this faction should now be able to come in and take control of this territory. Unless the Krathakan come in to do it, which is entirely possible, and they will take those planets instead. Are the Krathakan at war with the Grotnaploran? No. The Grotnaploran don't seem to be very popular. Just noticing that. They don't seem very well liked. Decent little chunk of territory here. Now, these guys are at war with the Vortechnocracy, but maybe that situation is getting better. We'll see. Non-aggression pact invitation. The Grotnaploran have entered into a non-aggression pact with the Krathakan Interstellar Imperium. That's good. Because I don't want them coming in and taking control of the Grotnaploran's systems that I just liberated. That would be kind of annoying. Because I have to conquer them eventually. Let's look at my edicts. I could run a couple of edicts here. I don't really need to run either capacity overload or production targets right now. Declare saint. There is an argument for that. Let's do it. And then there's no reason to do any ambitions of any kind. So we won't. Task Force Gadlar is making their way... Man, look at this. They have to travel all the way back into my territory and then back through. Because these... I mean, I could... You know, they do have the jump drive, come to think of it. Come to think of it, I have the jump drive. Tell you what, let's stop. Okay, there's a range on it. I see. All right, so why don't you jump to Menchib? And yeah, you know you want to watch this. And we have jumped. I've just got Admiral Adama's voice in my head now. All right, so we are now much closer. I'm glad I remembered that. I don't typically go for the jump drive because I don't want to piss off the unbidden. But this series, I have a very different take.
Granted us new wisdom.
Like, please throw something challenging at me. Good lord. All right, another core sector system could be a very good idea. Then again, so could more naval capacity. Both of these would be done pretty soon. Let's go ahead and do more naval capacity, because if we can move towards having another fleet, especially if I can get it built this episode, because I mean, look at my mineral situation. We can afford it. We can get another fleet going. It's not a problem. We can even have another Titan. All right, so these guys are going to be done. Hopefully they'll retake their own worlds in short order. Look at that trinary system. Love it. And what was that? We
The
have
spirits have granted us
scientist
new wisdom.
Madrid Den Subir has leveled up. That's our new scientist. All right, strike crafts now do more damage. Explosive weapon attack speed. Ooh, that's actually a little bit behind. Let's go for that then. And let's now slow down to speed 1 and watch this task force absolutely obliterate anything in this system. Oh, look at them. They just literally melted in front of us. That was pathetic. I heard a notification. Ooh, we can communicate with the Shroud. Very good. And there we go. We control this territory, and now they just have to reconquer their worlds. We could help them reconquer if we wanted to help it go any faster, but I can see their transport fleets. They're on it. So let's go ahead and get Task Force Gadlar home, and let's talk to the Shroud, shall we? Communicate. Reach in. The corpse of a dead Oranathi tumbles through the void ahead. The putrid carcass emits a shrill screech before it vanishes out of sight. We can increase our lifespans. We could have a better ship repair. Let's do better ship repair. That's fine. Daily hull regen and better daily armor regen. Excellent. So do I have any more penalties on me at this point? I don't think I do. I didn't realize we have All-Mother Joram's agenda is a 10% research speed boost. That's pretty nice. She's 121 though, so she is almost gone. Young Father Modrig is decent level, but again, I want to see if we can get a better heir before we try and go for that other Shroud access thingy that we've been putting off for most of the series, because we're trying to save it for like having an awesome like immortal leader. As a spiritual empire, how cool would that be? One thing I do acknowledge about this series, and something I could have done differently to make it more interesting, is I really should have gone for the Colossus Ascension perk. I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't do it. The reason being that I was thinking in terms of destroying worlds, but of course you can do more with the Colossus than just blow up planets. You can convert entire planets, for instance, to spiritual, population ethics, which would have been really interesting for this playthrough. So, lesson learned for me there. That's not something I've messed around with too much, and so I literally did not think about it while playing through the content, and I should have been a little bit more aware of that. But aside from that, it has been, not my fault, a remarkably eventless playthrough, shall we say. Good empire building, though. Loved that. Gadlar is good. I could always charge another jump if I wanted to get back to my territory quickly. And they're back. I love it. I love every second of it. So where do I have gateways in my territory? Let's look at that really quickly. I have things paused. Let's look at Sagathia. I've got a gateway there. Got the one in Tiblik. And I've got the one in Soyun built. And we have one in Ulkad. We haven't explored that wormhole, though. My bad. So where's my closest science ship? The one in Genesis is probably the closest. Yeah, see, my science ships have jump drives now, too. They don't even have to use experimental subspace navigation. Well, if I wanted to go larger distances, they do, but the science ships have jump drives. I love every second of this. So, tell you what, let's take the one that's in the Genesis system and have them initiate a jump. Oh, they can't. They're a little bit too far. So, you know what? We'll just have you travel the old-fashioned way. And you're going to explore that natural wormhole and find out where it goes. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can actually just gateway to Ulkad. That works even better. I didn't even think about that. I was just looking at gateways. But otherwise, where else could we build one? We could build gateways up in our vassals' territory now. It's probably a good idea. Let's have a gateway here. Build megastructure, gateway construction site. Oh, I can't build it in borders that aren't mine. Huh. Interesting. Even though they're my vassal. I don't know if I like that. It connects to the Eton Stella system, which is where? Ah, the Avarians' territory. Now, are their borders still closed to us? Yes. Because they are... Why don't they like us? They're a threat? And... or we're a threat, rather. I could always give them a gift and see if that makes them like me anymore. Because we do have to get the Stellarite Devourer. You know what? Let's try and be nice to him. Let's say... Yeah, here we go. Research agreement. So I do have some options here, but let's go to energy credits and minerals. Let's be generous as hell. We're going to do 2 instant transfers. And we're going to give them 10k each. And see what happens if we just are that nice to them. Yep, it's a deal. Let's resume that. Also, speaking of that, let's talk to the artist troupe really quickly, because I feel like, yeah, see, we need to commission an art piece. We need to do this a couple of times. It's a deal. Okay, so there's that. We can organize a festival across our worlds if we wanted happiness and pop growth speed to increase, but I'm not worried about that. Let's just have a look at some of our other worlds here. Places that we could potentially improve. Oh, hello! You need to be repaired. We've got a power plant broken down there. That's annoying. Didn't know that. I guess that inactive building notification has been there for a while, hasn't it? Amazing what happens when you pay attention to the things that are on your screen. Oh, man. It's really... like food tiles that I want to get rid of. Let's do an art monument there. And then do I have food production on this world? No, I don't. No. Alright, you're migrating. Hang on. Maybe there's food production on one of these other ones. Yeah, I completely ignored it. There's food production here. Let's replace that with an art monument. It's not going to get that wonderful boost. There's food production on this planet too, but those are really nice food production buildings. So maybe leave those alone. But hang on. I bet you if I look around for a moment long... Yep, there we go. It seems like that might be it. That's all of my art monuments. That's fine though. And then let me also double check my capital to make sure that I've built all of the super special buildings that I could possibly build, which I... Oh, nope, Ministry of Benevolence! I haven't built yet. See? Good lord. I get these things, then I don't build them. What would be ideal? This is the Ministry of Culture. We could pop this thing down. Nah, screw it. I'm going to replace the food production. Don't need it. Just don't need it at this point. Ministry of Benevolence, is that the last of them? Yes, it is. Do it. Alright. That'll help with the factions, too. Let's continue this deal. And how are we doing on the Krathakan? Declare war. 2399, so less than 5 years now. We're getting there. Any luck, we will be able to... We're going to have a ton of influence, so we're going to be able to have claims on pretty much the rest of their territory, which I could frankly do right now. I've already claimed some of their territory. And let's go ahead and keep adding to it. This is going to be expensive in terms of influence. Holy crap. Yep. Make claims. Yeah, we can claim the rest of their... By the time we actually declare on them, given the amount of influence we're making each turn, it'll be fun. Let's just put it that way. It'll be real fun. Also, are you at peace yet? Nope. Not at peace. The Gorf regime down here. Protectorate of the Gulk Furki.
Construction
Are you guys at
complete.
peace yet? How about you guys? You are still at war with the Vur technocracy, oddly enough. Alright, so some of the art monuments have finished building. We have that nice unity boost happening now. Resource storage is full again. How do the Bavarian feel about me now? Favorable trade deal. Okay, that didn't help too much, did it? They just consider us a threat somehow. Alright, a couple of our ambitions have expired. I think I can probably safely reactivate those. Desperate measures, don't need just yet, but if we get attacked by an endgame faction, especially for the end of this episode, but at any point, we can always use that. We have plenty of unity. Did my science ship return to duty normally? Yes, it did.
Construction complete.
Alright, Old Orin has finished its surface construction queue, so now we have the Ministry of Benevolence in place. Governing ethics attraction is 10% higher, and unrest is 10% lower. That will help, again, even more with factions. Our largest factions are the most loyal, and then everyone else is just crap. So we have the Committee of Sacred Traditions. These are the Spiritualist, and then the Xeno Freedom Network, which is the Xenophile. It's interesting. The most popular ethic is Spiritualist, but the largest faction is Xenophile, even though Xenophile is the less influential of the two traits. Funny how that works out. Robotic workers are outlawed. So I think we're getting about as much influence from those factions as we can. Let's see, let's triple check it though, hang on. Policies and edicts. Purges are prohibited, yep. I love, by the way, that they finally fixed this. When you click on a faction in the outliner, it selects that faction on the factions list. I mean, why did it not happen like that for the longest time? Those of you that have been watching Stellaris content on my channel for a while remember when that happened. So we could declare a Gaia world to be hallowed, but it'd have to be an unspoiled Gaia world, and that's the problem. Don't have any of those nearby. We've conquered everywhere we can. So in terms of gateways, I think I'm pretty happy. Very well, we wish to extend the deal. I'll tell you what, there is one other location where I could potentially have a gateway. In case I ever needed to get out here very quickly, it might be nice to have a gateway in... Hang on, I'm looking at there's a wormhole here that leads over there. But it might be nice to have a gateway in, like, Rookbot. So let's build one here. Alright, that construction ship is going to take a second. And tell you what, let's have that construction ship. I've just shift-clicked that jump order, so he's going to jump straight there. And then continue his course to Rookbot. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my god, I've never done that before, but that's the sexiest thing I've ever seen in this game. Well, not really, but it's close. Okay, Raldrim Den Subir. How old are you? Are you one of our newer... You are one of our newer governors, and you have arrested development. Really? What is with this? Why is this happening? Hang on, let's make sure... Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with substance abuser. It sucks, but arrested development at 59? When you're governor... Bye-bye. I need you to be better. Like Tony Stark needed Spider-Man to be better. Alright, Unaria... Sorry doesn't cut it. We could have Jargim Den Badir, but that's for clearing blockers. Not really any great choices. Screw it. It's better than a governor that can't gain experience. Hate that. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I think another station might be in order. We could build one in Santa Fe, or we could actually build one... Let's do one in Rookbot, so that this place can defend itself as it needs to. So that's going to start happening. And I think... Oh, wait, hang on. We have a Citadel upgrade that can happen there. I was literally just about to say, I think we're done upgrading elsewhere. And then I found one that I hadn't finished upgrading. And we have room for another station on top of that. Not quite for another fleet just yet, but we're getting there. We are so getting there.
Construction complete.
By the way, someone had asked me in the fleet manager, can I build more ether hatchlings? Notice that the reinforced fleet button is grayed out. Can't do it. As funny as that would be, we can't do it. Good thinking, but we can't do it. Sorry to disappoint. Alright, so I do want to colonize that tropical world. I really do. Jargam Den Badir has leveled up. That's our brand new governor. Better bloody level up. Good lord. Let's do a resource silo. That's part of the reason that I'm building the new starbase. And then we'll also get an anchorage going. A couple of anchorages to help with our naval capacity situation. And then we'll keep upgrading after that. How about that? Alright, 2396. I'm kind of thinking that at 2400 we might have an endgame thingy happen. Endgame was supposed to start at 2350, and then it promptly didn't start at 2350. How you doing with this thing, by the way? Not too great. You still haven't reconquered any of your core worlds.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Don't know why. Building cost -5. That's good. Go ahead and do the focused arc emitter, I guess. Why not? And then for this option, we can go for robots, but we won't. I would just piss off some of our core factions. Let's not do that.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Naval capacity +20. We can also increase our fleet command limit a little bit. Leader capacity +1. Don't need that as much. Leader lifespan +5 years is tempting. Army damage is also tempting. Let me go ahead and boost command limit. Because our fleets are not already powerful enough. Command limit is what? 230? Yep, let's extend our deal. Okay, spice must flow. Okay. Yeah, command limit's 230. Alright. We're getting close. Federation Association ended. The hegemony of Jorundar has ended their association with the Mirov Compact. Interesting. Now, are you guys still at war? Ooh, hello. We must be at peace. Oh yeah, we're not at peace with these guys. Alright, we are not at peace, and therefore... Oh, that's annoying. So we have to help end this war if we want to work with our Federation buddies. The Albathari are taking over a good amount of the Grotnaploran's territory. Tell you what. I can go ahead and send my task force. You're following what? Marasma? I could send Marasma in. You could do that. I really want to... I want to have them jump. Because it'd be faster that way. Then again, Marasma is where? They're here in Genesis. So, yeah, let's just jump. Jump here. Same with you guys. We're going to leapfrog a little bit. Actually, wait. How long until it... Oh, never mind. Yeah, we can't leapfrog that much. Makes me sad, but okay. So there's that. Task Force Marasma, I want you to now travel to this world, there are no... Oh, there's actually no forces here, so I'm going to go ahead and have the transport fleet land. We're going to start freeing these planets. Should have been doing this earlier, but I really thought they would be more on top of it, and they're not. They suck. They haven't even taken Sawa back. The Holy Miravandia Confederation has reopened their borders. I didn't realize they'd closed them. Trade deal duration expired. The Omni Network has ended their association with the Mirov Compact. I feel better already. Now let's take a look at our new shipyard. Or no, not new shipyard, new starbase. My bad. Step into a resource silo there. Didn't know we hadn't built one there. That's nice. Anchorages are almost done building, and we can queue up the... Well, I'll wait until the first anchorage is done building so I can build my naval logistics office, and then we'll queue up some more upgrades. How about that? That's the plan. Mirov Compact is busy giving and revoking association statuses. It's crazy. Alright, there's the Naval Logistics Office, and then we'll queue up the Star Fortress upgrade.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Okay, yeah, well that took next to no effort. Let's continue. Yeah, we can't... How much longer? 33 days? I mean, we could jump again, but... So... We'll get Sawa last. I'm going to go ahead and hit Ophioglia. That'll take next to no time for them to arrive. What's going on here? Okay, yeah. I was looking at that, wondering why it was showing us as being over our control limit for directly controlled planets. But we're okay. The Ether Hatchling was following Marasma, I think, and Marasma jumped out. So why don't we have the Ether Hatchling follow Gadlar instead? There we go. Rookbot. Diplomatic communication from Holy Miravandia. Really? You close your... Fine. Close my borders to you too. You jerks. Good. The Rookbot gateway is ready. Let's go ahead and give the order for that to be built. Meanwhile, that Star Fortress is still upgrading.
The spirits have granted
Well,
us
do I need to have that many
wisdom.
anchorages? Maybe I should have more defenses built here. Maybe that was the point, right? Focused arc emitter is done. Good. How about we go for good old energy weapon damage? Oginalix Destroyers completes Colossus project. Alright, that's interesting that they have that. I wonder if they'll start using it to reclaim territory, and if so, we might have to kill a Colossus. Just saying, that might be a thing that needs to happen. Alright, now, there shouldn't be any oh, there are some armies on this planet. Interesting. Not nearly strong enough to stand up to my armies. So this will be over quickly.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Yes, that was a vague Toy Story reference. Next, over to Wistrel. And Englaruth. Do you have armies? You have 5. Ask me if I care. You don't stand a chance. You're just giving me free experience. Alright, good. Let's go ahead and get the Architectural Renaissance back and Will to Power because we need that influence.
Our champions are making planetfall.
Yay.
May the spirits protect them. Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Yep, they have. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Alvathari taking this territory over as well. So, could we potentially... Only the main attacker or defender can send... See, that's so annoying. I can't get out of this piece. I can only... Yeah, I can't get out of it. I have to help resolve it. It's That's really kind of frustrating, to tell you the truth. I'm not a huge fan of that. Yeah, I know, we lost control of it, because we didn't want control of it to begin with. We're just trying to help them retake their own worlds. That's all. Okay, good. Nothing here. Let's have this transport fleet land on Vagalod. And then you guys head over to Seiya. Oh, hello. 3 worlds here. What do we have? Come on now. Select. Here we go. Alright, several armies here. Normal number of armies there.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Okie doke. Alright, so our fleet's already on the way to take those planets out. I wonder if these guys have just been adversaries for the entire game and I haven't noticed, because I've been off over here just doing my own thing. That's entirely possible. The Rookbot station is almost done building its naval logistics office, and then we have some additional defenses we're going to need to build. Unless we just do a bunch of defense platforms, which is also quite doable. Shroud accessible, communicate, reach in. Here we go again. I mean, Joram is giving us the scientific leap agenda. That's at least nice. The army experience gain, the cruiser. I mean, I'm starting to lose interest in waiting for someone better. Maybe Allmother Joram needs to be the leader that we need right now. No, she doesn't. I'm just gonna leave.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Something tells me the spirits will protect them.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Alright, so Penthaka needs to fall next. Meanwhile, we are bombing Condius.
Our champions are making planetfall. May
Rather
the spirits
prolifically.
protect them. Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
I'm just gonna land. I mean, there's plenty of armies left here, but I'm not particularly worried.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Hang on, we have some unemployment. Where's that happening? Oh, this is on planets that don't matter to me.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Alright, there we go. And now we're going to take the task force. Alright, so we've... That's everyone, actually. Now I'm going to have to jump if I want to get to Sawa. Which I can do. Let's go ahead and... We're going to drive the old-fashioned way. I'm going to go to Camglaria, and then we'll jump to Sawa. With both groups. Yes, I know. I know.
The spirits have granted us new
Actually, we can
wisdom.
jump right now. Let's initiate jump to Sawa. And, God, I love this. And then it looks like we might not be able to get out because they're also at war with the Pujjak Khanate, but this will eliminate the machine faction at the very least. Defense platform damage upgraded. We could potentially be benefiting more from our defense platforms soon, so having more to do there might be nice. Having more strength there. Speaking of things we'll be doing soon. Very soon, actually. Claims there. Oh, wow. Really? Wow. All right, we're going to have to build up a little bit more influence before we can finish. It's just they're so far away. Like, we need a ton of influence to fully claim their territory. Wasn't expecting that. Diplomatic communication from the Krithakan Interstellar Imperium. Fine. Closed borders. Yeah, they don't like that we've made all those claims recently. Big surprise. Alright, so this is the capital world, and they're not that strong. So let's go ahead and just land. Meanwhile, we'll put the fleet in orbit of Saphalon, where there is one army guarding.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them. Construction complete.
So this is going to be the end of that faction, I think.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Yep, they have. End of the Omni Network. Good! Thank God! Alright, with that being done, you're not at war with anyone. I can ask to join... Oh, the old war philosophy's problem again. Seriously? This again? It's actually the opposite as it used to be, because we allow for wars of aggression. Hang on, maybe if I talk to the Xin Empire. No? They're fanatic pacifists. How is something called the Xin Empire? Can we talk about that for a second? That doesn't make any sense. This makes zero sense in my mind. Alright, it's gonna be a second. I mean, 66 days. And then we will jump back out with these guys. At least we're done with that. And we are regaining some influence, which we can use to attack the Krathakan. And at the very least, we're going to vassalize them before I end this episode. That should happen. I really believe that should happen. Claims. How expensive it... Wow! That's a lot of influence, though. Good lord. Alright. Make claims. We need 100, 80, 90. Oh, that is... Okay. 270 more influence, everybody. That's how much we need. You know what we can do at least? We can now jump back out. Let's jump to Legis. Alright, the Rookbot Station. Yeah, I do like the idea of this having some defenses. So let's go ahead and get some of those up. Meanwhile, a defense grid supercomputer would be a good idea, and then we'll keep the Citadel upgrade after that. Task Force Marasma is ready to go. So let's go ahead and have you guys just come on home. So that went well. Totally quelled a machine uprising. At least we can say we accomplished that. We did it on our own, too. Like, the Grot and Deploran were too busy fighting this war. Scientist Magdar Den Subir has developed new skills. Really? Really? Our brand new scientist, and you're paranoid. Okay, whatever. Jerk. The negative traits I have gained in this series, let me tell you. Any other edicts that I can launch? None that I can see. We're fine. And the United Avarian Confederacy is still, yeah. Their borders are still thoroughly closed to us, and our gift that we gave them is not affecting... Wait, our claims on them? Which claims would those be? Wait a minute. No, those are the Boca Sharon. I don't see what claims you're talking about, guys. Is it because they have allies, perhaps? No. I really... Our claims on them. Which claims? I don't have any claims on you. I'm trying to figure out why you hate me. That's all I want to know. Alright. Speaking of claims, though, let's go ahead and add Soval. Make that claim. We need 80
The spirits
and
have
90.
granted us new wisdom.
So we're almost there. Fleet command limit plus 10, very good. Another naval capacity boost could be nice. Army health plus 10. You know what, let's do that. We're doing lots of invading. Why not go ahead and make our troops even stronger than they already are? It's a beautiful thing. I have to say. It is a beautiful thing. So this level 4 scientist is now a substance abuser. Man, so many negative traits. Who died? Hadrian Vigors has passed away. All right, let's recruit. Yep. Ooh, why can't... We have the maximum amount of leaders we can have. What? I am officially confused. Oh no, this science ship right here. Yeah, I wasn't looking at the list properly. Well, in that case... Oh, nope, I don't have a better leader capacity research project. How did that... When did that... Who did... Okay, good. That gateway's done at least, as my cell phone falls on the floor. Alright, almost. Okay, 90 actually will give us our next claim. Done. And then we have to wait for another 90. That was actually an 80 influence system. But this war will be over quickly. Especially considering I'm going to bring all of my forces to bear on these guys. Let's actually get them ready. Can't travel to that system because I have to go through that one to get there. That's fine. I'll fix that. That would have been good to notice before I ended the war, but it's fine. Almost there. Getting ships in position. Why do you guys hate me so much? What have I done to you? The Theklock Nation. These are the ones that I'm most likely to try and... We could do a research agreement with them, and that could potentially have them help us, or have them like us a good deal. Let's do that, and let's offer them a very nice trade deal. Same as the one we gave the other guys. Okay, so we're only going to give them as many as it takes to positively affect their... Well, we'll give them 10,000. Confirm. Hang on, we need to... Yeah, now we've lost some of our other edicts. Hearts and Minds, I'll re-up. Alright, they accepted the deal. Alright, and they accepted the research agreement. Yeah, it is considerably better now. Their acceptance is only negative 30. What if I gave you another really nice deal? What if I just gave you more? I have to try this. give you just 5,000 of each. Confirm. No, it was really the research agreement that kicked in and helped. Alright, Grand Fleet ambition. Yep, gotta keep that up. Almost there. I think 90 is what I needed, right? Yep, there it is. So let's go to claims. Boom. Make claims. We now have claims on the entirety of the Krithakan Interstellar Imperium. We are going to conquer them.
The crusade of the righteous begins.
Yes, it does. Let's unpause. Our fleets haven't even finished getting in position yet, but that's fine. I can actually jump and have them in position much sooner. Let's have you do that. The Ether hatchling is going to be really confused when this happens, but it's alright. Or we could just have Marasma hang behind so the Ether hatchling doesn't get lost. It's following Gadlar, though, and I haven't given the order for Gadlar. So I'll have Marasma jump instead. Well, Marasma's got the transport fleet with him. So yeah, I'll just have those 2 fleets jump up front and start attacking. Okay, we've arrived. Let's say hello to these guys. And then we also need to go ahead and take control there. This is not going to last long. Be fun to watch, though. The only thing that can make it last long is if we randomly did have, like, an endgame event kick in. Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to see you. Good talk. Beautiful. Alright, so with that done, we do have some debris. Interesting that they have dragon scale armor. How did they get it? I wonder if they got it from killing my ships. Probably so. Alright, so we're taking control of this territory. Meanwhile, our other ships are close to arriving. Alright, so Task Force Gadlar has the Ether Drake in tow. Well, it's going to take a second, but they're in tow. Rixikar's Maw. Looks like this L-Gate is soon going to be ours. And then Marasma, I want you to head up to Bradham. And then... oh yeah, we're going to have to take that system before we move any farther. That's fine. Alright, let's order these reinforcements. And then continue moving around down here. Governor Vibrigden Sukar has died. That's our core governor. Oh, hello. We have an intellectual recruit. Nice little research boost for our core territory, which we might have already had from... I don't remember what his previous skills were. So, might have already had that. We'll see. Ether Hatchling is almost has almost caught up, so that's good at least. Alright, so now I can move into Mercy, Aram, and I can go ahead and hit Gemma after that. Alright, now you need to hit... there. Go for those research projects, and I need you to initiate a jump. Oh god, where are you? Oh, you're all the way out here. Wait, no. Oh, you're in Istram. Okay, never mind. Jump won't do much good. You can use the gateways. It's fast enough. That'll work for me. Engineering research is done. Oh, I didn't catch that. Let's go ahead and do... Starcraft. Strikecraft, not Starcraft. Strikecraft. Oh yeah, this is not going well for these guys. Not even a little bit. We've arrived in their capital system. That station's not going to last a long time at all. Bye-bye. And we'll start bombing before the troops even arrive, and they're on the way now. Alright, Task Force Bazka needs to hit Banos, Boibos, Siagawa, Elamir. Alright, so it does seem they have...
One of our stations is beset by enemies.
Yeah, I know. That's annoying. Uraka is here. Tell you what, let's have Uraka come down here to Sidir. Let's see if we can intercept those guys. Okay, so it does seem that our troops have arrived. How many...
The spirits have granted us new
They've got a
wisdom.
decent-sized garrison. We're going to wait and let those two units bomb for a bit. Energy weapon damage plus 5%. I'll take it. Attack speed plus 5%. Sounds like a good idea to me. You know what I can do with this situation right now? Task Force Uraka. I can straight up jump. Oh, they're going to jump straight on top of that. This is going to be fun. Come on. There we go. So some of the reinforcements that were intended, I guess, for Task Force Uraka. Yeah, you guys need to merge up. Alright, so that got taken care of rather quickly. And how are we doing over here? Now we're going to let that garrison get whittled down a little bit. At the very least, until we finish our army health research. Yep, let's get Fortress Proclamation back. Still don't have... I don't think we have a slot for this leader, do we? No, we don't. I'm wondering where that extra leader came from. It's just mind-boggling.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Good. Alright, so that gives me a reason to go ahead and invade there. Army damage plus 10%? Yes, please. Let's keep coming. Task Force Bazka is already in position here. Let's go ahead and hit Suihiri. And you guys... Oh good, the Ether Drake is here. Let's go ahead and land and see how the combat goes with... the garrison's actually considerably weaker than when I first
Our
arrived.
champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not going particularly well, is it? These armies are pretty experienced in combat as well.
Complete.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, that's not pretty.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
Excellent. Alright, so now let's have them follow... You were following Marasma, right? So we'll keep that going. I want you to come to Suihiri. And Task Force Gadlar. I'll give the order to start taking some of these additional systems.
Construction complete.
Communicate with the Shroud. Reach in. Interesting. There's a presence here occupying this entire part of the shroud. We've met spirits before, but this is something else, something vastly more powerful, something far more ancient. Form a covenant with the instrument of desire. Nope. I don't need bonuses that big. We are doing just fine. I'm not going to form any covenants with mysterious spiritual entities. I know what's good for me. Maybe that's how we'll let the series go out if this continues. If we don't... We haven't had an endgame event. We've had 3 years now into 2400, the proper endgame period, and still nothing. Where are we, by the way? Yeah. Just taking... I mean, look at this. We've completely steamrolled them. The only reason it's not happening faster is we can only get our one
Debris
transport fleet
analyzed.
around so fast. I could split the fleet up and have them do it faster. Alright. Why did you guys go this way? Oh, that's why. Hang on. Let's have them jump here so we can take over that world. I forget that we had this jump ability. This lovely thing that we can use to get around more quickly. You go ahead and bomb, and then let's have a quick look at how well defended this world is. How many? Yeah, I'm just gonna land. We'll let the bombers take care of what they can in those few seconds, but a garrison strength of 500 against 5,000,
Our champions
we're
are
fine.
making planetfall. May the
We are
spirits
fine.
protect them.
Combat width is only 7, but we're gonna have... Yeah. We're almost less than... Yep, okay, they're already being flanked. We're good. We're good. Have a nice life,
Our
guys.
champions have secured a
Alright,
heathen
so-
planet.
No more problems there. Now let's see, where else might we have some worlds we need to take over? You can see the FTL inhibitors as one way of checking. How are your armies? You got a stronger garrison. Task Force Bozka does need to be reinforced. Let's have them actually orbit Vril Talker. What have we here? We have an actual attack swarm. It's a deal.
Construction complete.
Yep, let's continue.
Darkness has
task-
claimed one of our fleets. The
be
apostates
okay.
are after our spaceport.
It will be alright. Oh, man. Ah, they have robotic armies on this planet. Interesting. It's not helping them. But they do have it. Alright, so we have this fleet on the way to that system to reclaim it. Interesting, the Krithakan have finished a Colossus. I don't know that we're actually going to see it in action, because we have almost completely conquered their entire territory. Let's have a quick look at Vril Talker and see how their garrison strength's doing. We're going to wait a little while longer. Task Force Uraka, what's going on here? That's better. Alright, I want you to attack those guys, and then those guys. We're almost there. Nice long mid-series finale. Mid-season finale, I guess. It's taking a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. Alright, so I think we're ready here. One thing I can definitely do, I think I can split this fleet up. This army. Right, we'll have it attack in unison here, but then I want to have this army come down to Soval. And then Marasma. I want you to take
Our
Kastaba.
champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
Interesting, we have... I don't really need to do any of those. I like diplomatic grants, though. And Master Teaching's philosophical mindset. Why not bring that one back? Because it hasn't hurt. That's not a good reason. That's not even a little bit of a good reason, but I've got the influence. Decently strong station, but not strong enough. There's a good amount of debris in here. Tell you what, let's go ahead and start picking it up. Yeah, this science ship is on its way, and now... Okay, good. Yeah, they both are. Works for me. Alright, Gadlar, you're here. We have an additional world to take. So, transport fleet, let's go ahead and split you right down the middle. Transport fleet 5 and 20. And then you guys, I want you both bombing. And actually, transport fleet 20, I'm going to go ahead and give the order for you to land. By the time you arrive, you'll be more than ready to take care of this. Then this transport fleet doesn't have a general, which is why they're a little bit weaker. Yep, extend the deal. Task Force Uraka, good. Why don't you come over here to Cursa? And good, you can use an L gate to get there a little bit faster. I love it. Or, you know what you can do even faster? Just frickin' jump. How about that? Just frickin' jump. Same with you guys. Oh, there's actually not a planet here to be conquered. I thought there was. But there's not. Well, that's annoying. Maybe just... Oh, there's a station. That's all it was. So it's just Pajataron that needs to fall, and we will have won this war.
The spirits
this
have
episode's
granted
going to
us new
take forever
wisdom.
to upload. Sorry it was so late today, guys. I know. Let's see. Explosive weapon damage. Let's go for kinetic weapon attack speed. Transport Fleet 20 is just chilling at the moment. So tell you what, none of you have orders. Let me go ahead and reinforce these fleets. I'll go ahead and land.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them. Construction complete. Debris analyzed.
There we go. Looks like just a couple of worlds left. So we'll have two fleets settle around each one. Trade deal offer. Sure. That's my vassal. They want something special, they can have something special. Let's finish this off, shall we? That was an absolute steamrolling. All of our fleets have arrived. So much for the Krithakan hegemony,
The
huh?
spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Army damage plus 10%. Nice. Core sector systems. It might be time to go ahead and do this. Might be time. And then science ships. Hang on. Let's take a quick look at this. Alright, gonna do one last reinforcement check for these fleets. Now there should be... Marasma just arrived. Marasma wasn't even involved in that fight. Oddly enough.
Our champions are making planetfall. May the spirits protect them.
It's over. It is over.
Our champions have secured a heathen planet.
That one and this one is falling momentarily. 500 influence. Any edicts that I need to re-up? I could do those if I wanted to, but I don't
Our
need to.
champions have secured
And
a
there it
heathen
is.
planet.
They don't have any territory left. Alright, so I can go ahead and achieve war goals. And then this will happen. Oh, look at that slowdown. There we go, the best possible outcome. So,
Special project
the end of the
complete.
Krithakan Interstellar Imperium, rather. Let's go ahead and jump into our sectors, shall we? Our new sector was up here. So we're going to have all of this. All of it will now be released as a vassal. That'll be a nice little concluding moment for this extra long finale episode. It's 4:57 right now as I finish recording this. Holy crap. This episode's going to be late. Takes a while to upload, and long episodes take a while for YouTube to get up to 1080p even after the upload is finished. It's nice and fun. Okay. So there's all that. The Unaria sector. I actually don't have taxes turned on here. That would have been helpful to know sooner. But let's go ahead and... Wait a minute. How do you... Suddenly I can't remember how to do this. Hang on, let me spend a second trying to figure it out, but I'm not seeing the option. It should be on sectors, right? This is the focus for the sector. I don't even have the option for my existing sectors to release them as vassals. Maybe we'll do that when I start the series back, because I don't want to sit here just bumbling like an idiot trying to figure out where to do this, but... yeah. It's not on planets and sectors, it's not in policies and edicts or factions, it's definitely not. It's not under claims. Why would it be under claims? Expansion planner? No. someone asked me if I could do this, and I had been meaning to do it, and it was a nice reminder all the same, and I was like, oh wow, lots of bombing happened here. Create vassal. Here we go. Vassals can usually be released from any planet that is not our capital. So it's the governor's... Interesting. So this would be creating a vassal. No, that's a governor change. All right, tell you what. We're going to do this at the beginning when the series comes back, because I need to figure out how to do this properly. I'm looking at this going, there's got to be more of a... I can randomize it, that's cool. There's got to be more of a process to doing this. Because otherwise, it's just going to create a bunch of different vassals, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to take the entire sector. Yeah. Again, this is my first time messing around with vassals a lot, and I knew that's a function that's been in the game for a while, but I don't actually see a way to release the entire sector at once, which I thought you could do, but you can't. So we're going to work on that when I get back to the series. I need to stop this episode here because holy crap, it's going to take forever for it to come out on time, and it's been a long recording. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes of Dynastic Divinity will be back in the 4 p.m. slot after we jump into Surviving Mars for a little while in a new series, now that we've had several updates to the game, and there's lots to check out anew. I've been looking forward to bringing that to the channel for a while, and so it's finally time for that to transpire. But that'll be... when this series comes back, we'll have to not only look into the vassal situation, but then what else we can do to... move forward on, say, let's take a quick look at victory progress as well. To move forward on a domination or Federation victory. Because right now, the Holy Miravandia Confederation doesn't like us. The Theklock don't like us. We could get war philosophy. We could go pacifist, I suppose. That'd be one way to win their favor a little bit. But, we could go pacifist and then give them a very nice gift, and then we could join the Federation and then renounce our pacifism. So that would be one way to play around with it. So we'll have to do some political machinations when we get back from this particular series hiatus. Again, thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.